It's day 29 cycling across the USA from Miami to LA, all to raise money for the great cause, Get Kids Going! Exclamation mark. In today's episode we're riding from Odessa to Monahans, and we are cooked. The headwind yesterday really took its toll.
Dude, if you had the choice of... Something really smells in there. But it's only inner tubes, that's weird. If you had the choice of either never wearing socks again or never wearing underwear again, which one would you choose? You know what's mental? This is SPF 100 and we're still getting burnt.
I'm not.
You're not lying down on a sun lounger basically all day in the sun.
We're on the service roads again today alongside the motorway. Quite happy about that, makes navigating easy. First thing I've noticed, my bike feels so fast because we haven't got 30-mile-an-hour headwind. Honestly, it's like riding a bike without bags on. Weird. Yesterday really was a challenge. I mean, we just got on with it and tried to not talk about it too much, but well, we didn't really talk to each other at all. It was one of those days where you just put your head down and have to ride, because otherwise you're not going to get there. So that's what we did. We got there, and today's a lot kinder. It's even raining and I don't mind. It's quite nice. A little sprinkling of England. Legs are feeling pretty good today. We ate so much food when we got back to the hotel yesterday to limit the damage, and it's worked. Feeling good.
Sometimes I'm just feeling down. Well, sometimes I'm just feeling down.
I can see fire! Sorry Justin, you can't see it. I'll be honest, not much interesting stuff has happened today and the ride has been really uneventful. But look, fire! There's fire! I put that in the thumbnail, Justin. 2 fires!
It's becoming quite Viking-ish, isn't it?
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you reckon by the end I'll be able to do the Viking ponytail?
Oh, in your beard, not your hair.
Oh no, the hair's looking terrible. But the beard is looking strong.
Like a plait.
Yeah.
Yeah, look good.
And then I can go battle people, and then if I lose, they get to have my little beard ponytail as a prize. But obviously I won't lose.
Isn't that samurai that do that?
Oh no, they cut off their ponytail on their hair.
It's raining.
Yeah, can we go?
Yeah. This is another one of those rides where there's absolutely nothing in between. So what we're gonna do for fuel is get to the other end, get to the town, stop before we get to the hotel and eat as much as possible and just chill out there. Good for your brain to have a bit of a change of scene, and we can stop there, properly relax. I mean, there's blue skies on the horizon too. Maybe it will be sunny when we get there. We toyed with the idea of joining 2 days together again, but after yesterday's wind, nah, stupid idea.
Just like those wise philosophers S Club 7 used to say, don't stop moving. The rain's actually very light today, so it's not too much of a problem. I'm not even getting sprayed with anything from my front wheel. And we're about to start doing a little descent. I mean, it's a very little descent, but every little helps. And again, we've got more beautiful views. For anyone that's interested, this is the I-20. The speed limit is 75. That's how little is happening today. We have to comment on the speed limits. So, as it is a slower day, I thought I'd bring back one of everybody's favourite features. Well, no one actually really cares about this feature, but I think it's an interesting one. Fun facts about Francis. So even though Francis is a vegetarian, there are many different fruits and vegetables that he has never tried, as I've discovered on this trip. He has never eaten a pear. That's quite an unusual one. I would have thought that everyone would have eaten a pear, but not Francis.
How far are y'all traveling?
We've come from Miami South Beach and we're going to Los Angeles.
On those?
On these, yeah.
Do y'all stop to rest anywhere? Or...
Yeah, here.
This is only with the
Oh,
rock.
I didn't even notice it was a wheelchair. You know, from Miami to this on those? So how far do y'all travel from here before y'all stop?
We're stopping here.
Here's the Sprite. Here's the Coke.
Thank you.
And this is my grandson. Where's Isaiah? Oh, there he is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because especially when we get into places like this and going towards El Paso, there's not much around.
Yes.
So you have to try and have the accommodation sorted. And there's not even anywhere where you can get water in between, so we have to be really careful with that.
This is pretty neat.
Y'all be careful, and I'm going to keep up with you guys. All right, y'all take care.
See ya. So if you are ever in Monahan, El Chapito, nicest people. Another situation where our lunch was paid for after finding out what we were doing. Everyone here across the whole country so far has been so kind. It's slightly overwhelming. Oh, look, same hotel we've stayed at for the last 6 nights.
Fantastic.
Day 29. So this town is one of the first towns where Uber Eats doesn't work. The choices for dinner were
It's not one of the
McDonald's, not one of the first towns.
We've had loads of places where Uber Eats didn't exist and we just had to randomly find a Domino's. It's depressing.
It is one of the many towns where Uber Eats doesn't work. The choices were McDonald's, Burger King, a mystery restaurant which looks actually horrible, and a Domino's. So the lesser of those 4 evils was Burger King. So we're gonna go great tomorrow. Luckily, it's another short day. It's the other half of the ride that we split, so we've got 40 odd miles to ride. Totally doable with Burger King fuel. We have to walk down the road again.
That's all right. You go into traffic.
There's a gravel section here if you want to do that. Considering today was a bit of a short day, we're going to answer some of your questions.
Rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire?
Rapid fire.
I signed up to the wrong thing.
First question for you is coming from Piers Sampson. It's not really a question actually, it's more of a statement. It says that we should both have power meters.
I have a power meter.
There you are, Piers.
To add to that, if anyone is actually interested in power numbers, generally the rides before we got the trailer, I averaged like 130 watts the whole day, 140 watts. With the trailer, I'm averaging over 200 watts for the whole ride. So that puts into perspective how slow the trailer is.
A few people have asked if you intentionally make a video under 10 minutes. And could you make them longer?
No, they're as long as they end up, basically. Usually getting them over 8 minutes is good because it means you can put a mid-roll ad purely for the sake of YouTube revenue. But I don't have a target in mind. We just film everything, and then ideally around 8 minutes to 10 minutes is quite a nice length for people to watch. We don't have extra footage to make them super long, unless like the carbon video, the carbon repair job that we had on camera the other day makes it a little bit longer. But generally, if you film all day, trim out a few bits, it ends up being 8 to 10 minutes, and that's just from years of making videos.
Martin Schwartz had a question. He said, it appears the route has been planned very well. How did we plan the precise route? But I can answer this as I actually planned the route. So we're using Komoot, which you will see a link in every single video that we've done. And once we knew the starting point and the end point, it was really a question of trying to find places where we could either find water, accommodation, or a reasonable place to stay for the night. Obviously, some of the places to stay have not turned out to be that reasonable. But that's just going to happen on any of these backpacking trips. A few people have asked, but most recently by Jeff Harrison, is there a way to Venmo or Cash App us?
No, because you need an American bank account for both of those, which we do not have. But like I said a few episodes back, if you wanted to support us, aside from doing a donation, there's a Patreon link down below where there's some extra footage from the interactions we're having with people. I will update that again soon with some new stuff. The lady told a great story today at the cafe. She put that whole thing in.
Yeah.
So that'll be on the Patreon. I just wanted to make sure some people were getting something back. If you want to support in that way, you can. There'll be a link in the description.
Many people have asked. There's too many manys. Why east to west? Because surely we would have wanted to have a prevailing tailwind.
Two-part answer. One, our friends are in LA, and we want to hang out in LA, not Florida. No offense to you Floridians. Miami was a very nice place. Two, it's been 90% tailwind, so the prevailing winds haven't affected us that much at all. Yesterday was the only really windy day. I've taken advice on prevailing winds before when I rode across Australia, and that turned out to be completely terrible, and I had a headwind for 20 days in a row. So I would say if you're planning a bikepacking trip, just plan it to where you want to go and don't worry about the wind because it's pretty much potluck.
I have a question which a few people have been asking across the course of the series. If you wanted to make your own videos, what would you say is the best camera they could get to do it with for under $1,000?
My answer to this has changed now, because I always used to say Sony ZV-1, which is like a little point and shoot from Sony. Now, iPhone. 100%. Even if you can get it like the 13 or the 14, I hadn't really used many. The latest one, absolutely amazing. That's how I'm getting all the zoom shots. The audio is not very good, so you might want to have an external microphone on it, but other than that, in terms of image quality, it's professional level. Well, good enough for YouTube for sure. And a trip like this, and it's versatile, and it's always in your pocket, and it's quick.
Don't have any more questions.
You ran out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.